Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So what's on tap for today? Well, we've got another one of our reaction videos. This time, it's for first-time Congresswoman Paulina Luna, and she's the newly elected member of Congress, Republican, and she is grilling those Facebook executives that Elon Musk fired. That's right, folks. We're going to get to all that in the next few seconds, but before we do so, we just want to let you know that you're watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your guest host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and follow us. Hit that notification bell. Let's get to the video right now.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you.
Chair recognizes Ms. Luna for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Roth, have you communicated with government officials ever on a platform called Jira? Yes or no? Real quick answer. We're on the clock.
Not
yes
to
or
the
no?
best of my recollection.
Not to your
no.
recollection? Great. If you did, in the event, communicate, who would have had access to this platform?
That's the nature of my confusion.
Okay.
Jira
Did you ever speak to government officials on Jira regarding taking down social media posts?
Again, not to the best of my recollection.
Can you explain to me why the federal government would ever have interest in communicating through Jira, mind you, a private cloud server, with social media companies without oversight to censor American voices? I want to let you know that this is a violation of the First Amendment, and the federal government is colluding with social media companies to censor Americans. Mr. Chairman, I ask for unanimous consent to submit these graphics into record. And Mr. Roth, I'm going to refresh your memory for you. This flowchart behind...
Okay. Zinger right off the bat for Anna. Zinger right there, Mr. Roth. I'm going to refresh your memory for you because right now it looks like I'm going to maybe give you an out because the crapola you're dishing out before you further step into it. Why don't you take a moment to think about it as I refresh your memory and then decide if you want to continue down your lying pathway. Anyways, Zinger right off the bat puts it in front. I love Anna. Let's go. Let's continue.
It's ordered.
Thank you, Chair. This flowchart shows the following federal agencies, social media companies, Twitter, leftist nonprofits, and organizations communicating regarding their version of misinformation using Jira, a private cloud server. On this chart, I want to annotate that the Department of Homeland Security, which has the following branches: Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, also known as CISA, Countering Foreign Intelligence Task Force, now known as the Misinfo, Disinfo, and Malinformation, MDM. This was again used against the American people. The Election Partnership Institute, or Election Integrity Partnership, EIP, which includes the following: Stanford Internet Observatory, University of Washington Center for Informed Public, Graphica, and Atlantic Council's Digital Forensic Research Lab, and potentially, according to what we found on the final report by EIP, the DNC. The Center for Internet Security, CIS, a nonprofit funded by DHS, the National Association of Secretaries of State, also known as NASS, and the National Association of State Election Directors, NASED, and in this case, because there are other social media companies involved, Twitter. What do all of these groups, though, have in common? And I'm going to, again, refresh your memory. They were all communicating on a private cloud server known as Jira. Now, the screenshot behind me, which is an example of one of thousands, shows on November 3rd, 2020, that you, Mr. Roth, a Twitter employee, were exchanging communications on Jira, a private cloud server, with CISA, NASS, NASED, and Alex Stamos, who now works at Stanford and is a former security officer at Facebook, to remove a posting. Do you now remember communicating on a private cloud server to remove a posting?
Anyways, I just want to interject here for a little bit. So all these agencies, all of them, if not the majority of them, all have a leftist bent. They're all progressive. And they were communicating on a private offsite server known as Jira. So the government agencies are doing this. You have private entities that are doing this. Those entities that, like we said, are completely leftist, completely liberal, progressive, and woke. And Twitter, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, they didn't want to have this type of conversation on their own servers. and just email it back and through regular, as you know, regular means as other companies to do. If you don't have anything to hide, you don't decide to have separate conversations off-site on a separate server, as what Twitter was doing with these other agencies and the government itself. Let's hear and watch the body language of these guys as they answer the questions. They are scared crapless, folks. Let's continue.
Yes or no?
I wouldn't agree with the characterization.
I don't care if you
that
agree.
this-
This is your stuff. Yes or no, did you communicate with a private entity, the government agency, on a private cloud server? Yes or no?
The question was if I
Yes or
communicated
no?
to
Yeah, I'm
review.
on time. Yes or no?
Ma'am, I don't believe I can give you a yes or no.
Well,
answer
I'm
to
going
that
to tell you
question.
right now that you did, and we have proof of it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is joint action between the federal government and a private company to censor and violate the First Amendment. This is also known, and I'm so glad that there's many attorneys on this panel, joint state actors. It's highly illegal. You are all engaged in this action, and I want you to know that you will be all held accountable. Miss Gaddy, are you still on CISA's Cybersecurity Advisory Council? Yes or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay. For those who have said that this is a pointless hearing, and I just want to let you guys all know, we found that Twitter was indeed communicating with the federal government to censor Americans. I
just want to end that here. I mean, basically, she just went down and read off, as we said, all these agencies, governmental agencies, private agencies, that were basically on an off, on a separate server that was not online with Twitter, but offline, so that nobody could take a look and see what the communication and the collusion was going on. And she just systematically went down there and basically said, hey, let me refresh your memory. I mean, it's right there on November 3rd. You're communicating on Jira, and the guy, they just don't want to say it. I mean, it's right there, but you know what? It's unbelievable, folks. Great line of questioning from a freshwoman, Congresswoman there for us. I think she's got an unbelievable 2 years ahead of her. She's a rising star in the Republican Party. Kudos to her and all the others that are grilling these people. Let's just hope that they're, other than just grilling and questions and making these worms squirm for a short period of time, a few days, that there are some indictments, that there are some penalties, that there's some jail time that occurs. That's what needs to be seen. Otherwise, it's going to be business as usual, folks. And this is just all drama and, stuff that we can watch and comment on, but nothing really happens of any significance of putting people and getting them being made responsible for the actions that they do, which are against the law. Anyways, we appreciate you taking the time to watch the show. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your guest host today. My name is Dr. Nasir. Subscribe to our channel, like, share, and follow us. Comment below, hit that notification bell. I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.